His Permanent Scar. A Sweet Marriage of Convenience series. The Brides of Purple Heart Ranch. Written by Shanae Johnson. Narrated by Meagan Moses. Chapter 1. Dust kicked up the gravel as the yellow school bus pulled up the drive to the Bellflower Ranch, though no one called this place by that name. All the residents and inhabitants had christened the sprawling land the Purple Heart Ranch, due to the wounded warriors who came there to find healing both inside and out. Sean Jeffries watched the bus as it came to a stop beside the mess hall. The hall was a converted barn where the veterans took their meals. Well, those veterans who weren't married took their meals in the barn. The number of single men on the ranch was dwindling fast. Only 2 were left, and Sean was one of them. Pretty soon there would be no single men residing on this ranch. The zoning regulation that deemed the ranch could only be inhabited by family members was due to take effect at the end of the month. When that day came, both Sean and the other last single soldier standing, Xavier Ramos, would have to hightail it off the land. It was a day Sean was not looking forward to, but there was nothing he could do about it. He had no plans to get married any time soon, if ever. Instead of thinking about his own fate, Sean focused on the future of the ranch. That future was stepping out of the school bus. One by one, the scraggly boys hopped off the bus. Some had wide eyes as they looked around the ranch. Others had narrowed gazes filled with suspicion. Some formed groups and stood close. A few others stood apart and solitary. Sean didn't blame either group of boys. It wasn't how he'd looked his first day of basic training for the Army. He'd been entirely trusting of his superiors, of his fellow soldiers, of the entire process. That trust had served him well in training. But when he'd finally gotten out into the field and right into the trenches of war, that training had failed him and nearly taken the lives of his brothers at arms. The sun glared down at him in the afternoon sky. Sean slunk back into the shadows of the barn. Being in the spotlight, having the heat of the sun on him, brought back the nightmares of the explosion. With his eyes wide open, he saw the horrors of that day played out again. Men working together to build a school for their community. Women offering aid to give their families a brighter future. Children running around in excitement at opportunities they would soon be receiving. And one child standing off to the side with a secret that would send it all crashing down.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?